Against my better judgment, I shall tell you a secret. All the world hails me as Emperor and God, but I still wear the flesh of a man. I'm getting on in years, and the supreme power weighs heavier each day. I wish to be one of the few emperors in Rome's long history to enter a peaceful and voluntary retirement. The lack of a natural-born heir is the only barrier to my plan. Every patrician in Rome would quickly offer himself as my successor, but the more avidly they want it, the less suited they are for such power. You alone have shown the ability and the devotion to govern in my place. I have one last assignment for you. The ultimate test of your governing skills. You will build a glorious city in Masilia, a province with little farmland, meager resources, and some armed resistance. Local Gauls are again fighting Roman rule. Some barbarians never learn. You must achieve very high ratings to show yourself worthy of the ultimate promotion. Build an extremely prosperous city that rivals Rome in culture, and earn high favor with me. Use all your talent to make Masilia your crowning achievement, and I will overlook the differences that you and I have had in the past. I am weary. Do not disappoint me now with the final prize in your sight.
There we go. Do I have echo going? Yes, I do. Okay, that should solve it. And yeah, let's get started. Hey, Quasi, good to see you. So I'm going to display settings, full screen. There we go. Is cut off on the bottom? It is cut off on the bottom. Oh dear. What have I done? There we go. That's better. Just shift this over. Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. Masilia. Right. So, what's the general plan going to be here? Yeah, that's right. Who needs to see the whole screen? No, I just realized there's a feature in Julius where if you push F6, it puts it in out of. It lets you toggle full screen mode, so it makes it a bit easier for me to tab between the game and OBS. But I like having it in dedicated full screen for reasons, just because of the way it makes it easier to scroll down. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, the plan. So, plan is we're going to try to have some Grand Insulet in here because we can get wheat and fish. So we'll feed them those two foods over there. We'll have another large insulate block in here, surviving off of fish, hopefully. And then in here, I may have two large insulate blocks in here. And then in the back, we'll have a small palace block. That's the intention anyway, to have a small palace block. And oh, I let the map run a bit right at the beginning, so we're just gonna restart so we don't. There we go. I thought those starting funds looked pretty low. Okay, so now we're at AD 100. We'll slash my salary way down. Why don't we do 12 denarii? Just so I don't forget, we'll jump that up and we'll drop taxes down to 0. Okay. Now let's remind ourselves, what exactly do we have to trade? So we could trade with Lugdunum. It's a pretty cheap trade route, 300. They will buy good amounts of furniture and fish. We could also trade with Needlelanum, but we would have to import clay in order to export pottery. So I think we will start trading with Lugdunum. Let's open up our trade route. And let's export fish, and we will also export furniture. So they're going to come in over here. So previously, when I had set up this map, I had kind of built around here because it was nice and close to the to arriving traders, and I had ignored exporting fish, and I think I'm going to keep doing that. It doesn't. I don't think I really need to export fish. How much are these guys buying again? They will buy 25. So we need 6 workshops. That means 3 timber yards. Something like so. Should do the trick. I'll put the warehouse right there. We will accept furniture. And we'll toss a couple prefectures in there, stop everything from burning down. Put that guy there. Put a splash of labor like so. Might as well give these guys some wells. There we go. That should keep them reasonably happy. And we'll put the layout of our blocks over here. So that's 9. Yeah, let's do 10. We'll have 10 houses on either side. Okay. I want this road like that. Another 10 houses there. Now you may be thinking, haha, Baron, you can't do math. And you would be right, because I clearly put down 20. But the 10 houses I'm talking about is when these merge, when they become large. So I want 10 on each side. Which is this is a pretty big block, possibly too big. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. What am I even doing here? There we go. 3-3. That's what I want. And it doesn't reach. Okay, so we'll have to clear a space. So we'll put down some temples. That is not at all where it was supposed to go. And we are going engineer's post. One should do the trick. And we'll put a doctor's office on each block as well. Okay. This should be enough to get the city up and running to start. We're a little close to the edge here, and we are going to get attacks coming in from here. But I think it's just far enough that if I put a wall here, we'll be fine eventually. Hey, ACPT, how you doing? I meant to ask you, where did you get that Russian PlayStation disc? It was quite interesting. Just to fill everyone in, ICPT got me to translate some text on a PlayStation disc he got in Russian. It's quite interesting. It was fun to try to look at it, because I did have to kind of puzzle out some of the words, because they just took they just wrote oh great, they just wrote the Russian with like English Latin characters, so it took a bit of guesswork to figure out what the specific characters meant, but we got there in the end. Oh, and please do let me know if any of my audio settings are off. Oh, great! Got a blessing from Neptune. That's nice. So. Ah, very cool. Okay, we have 35% unemployment. So we should probably get working on that. Ah, nice. Okay. My guess is, when was that? When was that Aladdin game made? I would guess it's in the 90s, because some of the vocab didn't make a lot of sense. And is not how it would be translated today, I don't believe. So a little accept clay and pottery there. And the sell is 25, and we can make 25. 2,000. Okay. Yeah, so that's it's close enough that I doubt that kind of stuff was very widespread in widespread use in Russia at the time. And we'll do pottery. 6 workshops would be enough to supply to max out the exports anyway. Go. So there, that's soaking up all the unemployment. Yeah. Well, I'm not especially surprised. Although if they have like actual distinct voice actors for the different people, that's a big that's a lot better than what most dubbing from that period would have been like. Oh, was it all the same person? A lot of dubbing and it's one guy doing everyone. Excellent. Yeah, that's very typical. Everything, a lot of the stuff I've seen for that has been like that. Especially like dubbed media in Russia from like the 90s and early 2000s as well is all like that. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, please do. That would be super fun. Give me a ping if you do that. So I'd very much enjoy watching it. Okay. So this should maximize these exports. Yeah, we're only in May. We should even have a little bit of a surplus with what I've got set up here. And actually, I'm going to adjust this road slightly. Because as this road is, the cart pushers will come all the way around, which is longer. Basically, if you give cart pushers an option to go further away for delivering goods, they'll take it. So it's better to have your buildings only touching one side of a road, which is a very not obvious thing. Yeah, see here, these guys are all going to this middle point, which is further away. If the road only touched one side, they would go stop there, and then go turn around and go back. I bet that's okay. And it may actually be better for me to have a warehouse that just accepts the pottery, and one that just gives out clay. That might work a little better. Right. Okay, so this is a good start. Oh, lovely. Oh, we can already see we've maxed out our pottery exports. And we've maxed out our furniture exports. What would we even make for fish? Off of fish? Almost nothing. Not really worth setting up fish exports. So, what next then? Taraka will buy oil. These guys, Valencia, hardly worth trading with, although importing weapons would be worthwhile. So let's open up these trade routes. We'll import weapons, because we are going to have some military requests in this level. And we will export olive oil. Milanum, we are going to import olives. Yes, no working dock. It's very bad. So we'll put a warehouse here. He's going to be accepting oil and accepting olives. And we're going to need 6 oil workshops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And eventually I'll build some more once we get to a point where I need to do that. Actually, why don't I do the same thing? This guy will be this guy will be accepting the olives, and this one will be accepting the oil. There. It's just going to help me better visualize how well the production is actually going. And we need to set up the dock for actual exports. Where to set it up though? I don't want it somewhere too far from here, because I am going to be using carts. So is this a good spot? It seems as good a spot as any. So it'll go right there. so. And we'll have a bunch of warehouses. You get oil. You get oil. You get oil. And you also get oil. So these guys are all going to be getting oil. They're going to come over here, grab the oil from this warehouse, and bring it down here where I can export it. This guy will be accepting weapons. And we're going to have our barracks and a military academy. And we'll have a few tents on either side. We'll need prefectures to stop all this from burning down, and then we'll build an engineer's post. There we go. We're actually starting to get some labor shortages, which isn't overly surprising, as I haven't. I've been building a lot of industry, but I haven't been building much in the way of housing. So. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to get to work on fixing that eventually. But first, I'm going to set up another large block of houses. Here, let's say. Doesn't matter so much how these ones are set up. I'll have the road come around like that. I want these to eventually be Grand Insulae. And so put that there. And the water can come from there, like so. Prefectures, engineer's post, and a doctor. Okay, so we have a bit of a hideous slum city. That's okay. We'll get to work on getting that fixed soon enough. So let's put in some guardians, like so. So those gardens will allow these to evolve up to large tents. We've just gone over 1,000 citizens. We've got Caesar's bailout money. So that means we need more temples. So I just spammed out a set of temples there. Rome is paying more wages. Okay. I will just pay everyone a single denarii more. Right. Uh-oh, stormy seas. Okay. I should also... Hey, old Kentucky Shark, how you doing? So we've got a military invasion on its way. Now, we risk getting this set up now. Is a bit of a risk because we could end up in some pretty serious debt. But you know what? It's not one of my streams if we don't go in debt. We'll get our first paw. That's okay. Everyone likes a good paw once in a while. There we go, we're already out of debt. So, but this will let us start building up our legion. And I wanted to put a legion right here because we are pretty close to the edge of the map there. It's free denarii, exactly. Old Kentucky Shark gets it. Old Kentucky understands. Oh, we're back in debt. It's free denarii. It'll be okay. We'll be fine. There we go. So they just bought up all this pottery that's sitting around. We'll be fluctuating a fair bit, especially while we wait for more sea traders to come in. Okay, here we go. So they're buying up the oil, and they're bringing us more weapons. Although those weapons will put us in some debt as well. I maybe should have started with javelins instead of legionnaires. That probably would have been clever of me, but sometimes I am not a very clever man. So let's go and start feeding these guys fish. Okay, so we've got. We're gonna need a shipyard. And then we need wharves. I'm gonna need space for a bridge eventually. I guess there could work. That might be the best placement, actually. So move one over. There we go. All right, we'll see how this goes to start. Legionaries or legionnaires? Soldier's health in Legion. Legionaries. So that's how they spell it. Oh yeah, I sometimes say I say legionnaires sometimes, don't I? I was confused by your question. And come through like that. Blame it on Jake. What does Jake say? Legionnaires? Legionaries? Don't know. Doesn't really matter, I guess. So, oh, Legionnaire's disease, yeah. Well, I mean, it's based off the same word, so it's it's not that wacky. Yeah, we're gonna put a granary right in here. It will be accepting fish. Because it's a bit far. How am I gonna have this? Let's put one there. Put another one here. So, these guys are going to be getting. getting fish. Almost certainly we will be needing people down here. So we'll put a few houses in here. I do hope to eventually bring those guys up to Grand Insulae as well. So all this in here I'm going to work on bringing up to Grand Insulae. Well, maybe I didn't need to put those down. Do these guys all have workers? No, not all of them. Okay, so I did need to put some of that down. So as soon as these guys start filling up, actually we have the money already. This is good. City's in debt again. We're going to be seeing that a lot. at least to start. I'll put a prefecture and an engineer's post up here. I should probably put a prefecture and an engineer's post down here as well. Maybe in here too. Legionaries. If you're not in debt, you're not investing, maybe? Yeah, exactly. You gotta be investing. Aha, so there's the attack. And it's right where I had my legion. That's very it's convenient. So money well spent on that legion. Okay, that does not look very good. Ah, this road is not connected, so let's connect that. Okay. Set down some markets. And Caesar just asked for some timber. So let's switch this guy to accepting timber. And I'm just gonna have an extra raw materials workshop, just a raw materials spot there, just to make sure we actually get all the timber we need. Alright, so everyone's starting to evolve. Should give us the labor we need. So this legion is now at full strength. We've got quite a bit more cash. So let's plop down another legion right over here. I'll put another one here. And have a couple of javelin forts there. The javelins are nice and fast, so they can run over to wherever we have a problem. And yeah, so we'll just let things continue to run. Well, so there's a few, I mean, peaceful missions are, it's a bit of a misnomer. It just means it's mostly peaceful. So they still have some invasions. They're just not going to be big like in the military missions, which are still more about building a city. And even the even when you go and you select the mission, it doesn't say peaceful, it says like a somewhat peaceful province or something like that. So the focus, it's more about the focus. So the focus is on building a prosperous city, rather than you know, having a reasonably prosperous city that also resists an invasion. Yeah, exactly. And this is the last. This is the very last mission, so you could call it the boss map of the game. We only have 2 in the warehouse. Let's start stockpiling timber just to make sure we meet that requirement. Unemployment's getting a little crazy. We're exporting 26 oil. So such a strange amount to be exporting. Could put a couple of fishing wharves near there. Could entertain these people, but that would not help with my unemployment. Although it might allow me to start collecting taxes, or some tax anyway. So why don't we do that? We'll start entertaining folks, and then we can start taxing people. I'll bring taxes up to a modest 8%. Well, entertaining and educating people. Aren't I a generous governor? We're not going to be making a lot on taxes off these guys anyway. Almost nothing, actually. Okay, so... Oh, finally, we can send that off to Caesar. And we can stop stockpiling. So generous. The most generous, even. I even pay them more than Rome. Okay, so money has recovered. Army is filling up. Good. Uh-oh, stormy seas. That's not good. It means we lose our sea traders. We're back in debt. I should also... So we're having a hard time feeding everybody. So why don't we put down more wharves? Yeah, that's all we're gonna fit over there. I can fit a couple more in here. So, but I'm gonna need. Yeah, these two can go towards feeding these people. I could even put another granary there. So we'll put another granary in around here. Why don't we have this guy just accepting fish? And stick a prefecture to and an engineer's post. These ones. So I think this is a thing, especially with fishing wharves. But you really don't want these these guys waiting a long time to drop off their goods. So I'm trying to put granaries very close to them that are accepting goods, and then we're going to be feeding everyone with getting granaries. Now this is creating a lot of intersections, which could turn out to be a big problem. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so Caesar now wants even more timber. Thinking maybe I put down another timber yard, just so I really don't have problems. Does this guy have road access? Yes, he does. Okay. We'll see if this helps address the food issues. Okay. Alright, so those guys have all the food they need. Well, not the food, all the labor they need. How about these guys? No, they're not finding labor. So we'll put a few houses in here. Oh, we're back in debt. Okay, so now they're finding all the... No, they should be finding all the workers they need. Okay, yeah, they found all the workers they need. Actually, that may be a better setup. Okay, so we've got another barbarian attack. Where are they? Over here. I've got three, more or less three legions. Should be enough to, well, it better be enough to handle these guys. Oh, and we had the Spirit of Mars, so although that didn't wipe them out. You can see they took quite a bit of damage there, my legions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, Quasi, I'll take all the help I could get. All right, so we've got fish coming in. Ah, this one is just set to accepting. I want you getting food. So these two are set to get. I prefer not to use gatehouses. I really don't like gatehouses. I find more often than not they mess up the city. So I prefer to build without them, and I try to build my blocks in such a way that they will be stable enough without a gatehouse. Let's see what meager money I'm collecting with taxes. Very, very little. It's because these are just casas. Oh, these ones aren't even casas. Okay, so I've got those to evolve. They're just not getting food yet. So we'll put another market over here. And I'll put a warehouse in here. He will be getting pottery. And I think I'm going to put another one over here. Also getting pottery. Why don't we do another warehouse there? Yeah, I can't actually remember the last time I used gatehouses. I really don't like using them. I basically only used them right when I was, like, pretty soon after I was starting out. Okay, so he's getting that. That's there to collect furniture. Good, good. And I'm going to set up another local production area here. Another timber yard. And we'll have 2 furniture workshops. And you only accept furniture. I may as well put down 2 more furniture workshops, because I believe they just said they will be buying even more furniture. Yeah, so now they're going to be buying 40 furniture, which I've actually already maxed out. So maybe I didn't need to build extra workshops. Oh well, we built them anyway. But these ones here are for local consumption. Okay, 3,000 people. Great. Yeah, so now we need bathhouses. Where's the water coverage? Right here might work. But really, what's going to actually work will be back here. So put one up here, and one over here might work. Must build on cleared land. There we go. Okay, so I just need to find a way to get water back there. Maybe I won't actually have to. We'll see where this one goes. But she's probably going to supply these ones. Could try putting a bathhouse here. Anyway, let's see how that goes. Health, baths. See where they go. So she wanders in there. She gets caught up in all of this. Yeah, this is not... That one's not going to be a very effective bathhouse, unfortunately. Well, she actually comes up here. Well, she heard what I was saying and decided to prove me wrong. It's proven to be very effective. I'm surprised it got that hole up her row there. I might actually be able to get away with a bathhouse here then. So maybe we won't need that one. Okay. I just needed to wander up here. Or you can go that way. So this one's doing a bang-up job covering them very well. It's this block over here that's going to run into trouble. Now something I could do, just move those houses over there and put baths right there. Okay, so now everyone is going to be well served by baths. Okay, and they just want better entertainment now. So we can put that there. Caesar wants more timber. And we'll put an actor colony down there. And we'll have a gladiator school over here. See how that does. Okay, so that's serving this block very well. And see what happens if we put an amphitheater up here. Theater coverage is good. Okay, everyone's covered by theaters. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm starting to upset the gods. Let's take a look here. Yes, they're all getting annoyed. It's because we're over 3,000 population and I haven't built more temples. So let's just slap down a few temples here and there. Gods would be a bit happier. Okay. Okay, that's them dealt with. Not too much trouble. Send everybody back to base. Okay. I can just deal some of my baths, yes. I did build quite a lot of baths, so makes sense that they'd be a bit jealous. Okay. Alright, everyone's getting the things they need. These guys aren't getting desirability, which is they sort of need. There we go. There's the military request I was expecting. Troops for Lutetia. Should be... I think I would be fine with just a single legionnaire, but we're going to send some javelins as well as backup. And to make sure we don't get overwhelmed, in case the game decides to be extra rude, we're going to build another fort. But I'm pretty sure that is somewhat excessive. Okay. So we can just toss some large statues down, which will help with the desirability problems. Those guys aren't getting amphitheater access somehow. Not entirely sure why that is. Oh, well, it makes sense. They're quite a ways from an amphitheater. So if I toss an amphitheater in here... Is that a rock? Strategically placed rock. Okay, well, we'll put the amphitheater there, and they should now get access. Okay. Okay. No access to education stuff. We'll just toss a library here. clinics or hospitals. A few more doctors here and there, scattered about. Okay. What else are we gonna need? We're gonna need schools. So we can put a school here, a school there. Why not? A school here and there. A school over here and there. Okay. I'm going to want these guys to have a school as well. Ah, yes, we're also going to need oil. So we'll have a warehouse right here, getting oil. Put a warehouse right here, getting oil. And I'm gonna want another warehouse in here somewhere. Why not up here? And he's also going to be getting oil. We're going to need to produce a lot more oil than we currently do. We don't have enough olives. It's a bit of a problem. Get rid of those houses and we'll put another oil workshop. Okay. We're probably going to need more food soon, where we seem to be gobbling up all the fish at a prodigious rate. So right there will permit to I'm just going to cover this island in fishing wharves. There we go. And stick a granary right there. That, and throw a few prefectures around, stop the place from burning down, and that's just going to be accepting meat. Okay, and we'll want a road there. One wharf there. Have another wharf here. And ship bridge. Let's try to figure out where the best spot for it is. So if I put it here. Okay, this spot is exactly 4 wide, so I think that's the best spot there. There, so then we can fit that many more fishing wharves. Just gotta get the roads out to them. This island, we're going to send these javelin guys over here. to slay some more of Rome's oldest enemies, the sheep. Okay. There we go. Enemies of Rome defeated. Now, it's the vile sheep. Okay. Glory to Rome. Defeat sheep. And we will put... Yeah, we'll put a granary right here, which is as close as I can get it. It's going to be accepting wheat. Then we're going to put down as many wheat farms as we can. Yeah, I guess that's as good as we'll get. It's worth it to be a little bit anal here because each one of these farms can feed way more people than any of the any fishing wharf could, or at least could feed them more reliably. The more farms you're able to cram in here, the better. Yeah, the trouble is right here. I guess I can put some labor in there. Make sure the farms can work. Could probably fit more in here. Stick an engineer's post over on the end here. We'll have some huts in the middle. And maybe one other granary. Accepting fish. Okay, we'll see how this all works. Extra granaries on each of these blocks. Getting wheat. Getting wheat. Because it's quite a ways to go, we're gonna have what would normally be an excessive amount of granaries. But it's going to take them a long time to go and get all that wheat. So, okay, well let's see how this all does. Hopefully we get some immigrants. Okay, Caesar's gone and thrown us a bit of a curveball, demanding some fines. We're gonna have to use this farmland over here, and just clear a little gap, and toss a ship's bridge over here. 2 vine farms. A warehouse to accept the vines. And some houses. With a well. And we'll do a single prefecture and an engineer's post. That should take care of Caesar's request. Are these guys evolving? They're at furniture supply. I did. I built a bridge over here. So we've got a bridge here, and then we have a chain of bridges in here. Ooh, these guys aren't getting labor. Is there any way? Stormy Seas. We're going to put some very crummy tents in there. They're not even going to get well water. Oh, they got their... they ended up getting labor access. So maybe I don't need those. Is this guy full of fish? Okay. Toss in a library as well. Make sure we have good access everywhere. Stormy Seas. Also, we are going to raise our export limit to about, let's say, 30 units on oil. Yeah, exactly. Caesar sort of has Caesar 3 sort of has a universal labor pool. It doesn't really, but it kind of sort of does. Imperial dispatch is ready. Great. So we'll send that off. And I can even get started producing wine. I'm just gonna have two wine workshops. They will fill up the warehouse, and then we can just kind of forget about them. Yeah. Okay. So we'll need a few more guys there. I guess we'll put a little bit more over here. I think because of these intersections, they're just not finding the workers. I am going to put those two crappy tents here just to make sure we actually they actually wandered by and they have access to workers. Good, we saved the Roman city. Perfect. Okay. Everyone is working. market in here. Okay, so now these guys want barbers. So we'll scatter a few barbers around and see what happens. Okay, we already got some evolving up into large insulae. Erratic pottery supplies. Wait, market ladies are coming all the way over here to get grain? Really? Oh, God. That's not ideal. This is set to accepting. Some of the grain is making its way over here. Okay, we'll just have to wait and see. Someone came in with not enough. That's probably to have too many people drawing, too many things drawing from that one actor's colony. There we go. Yeah, pretty much. So I think given, because the market ladies will prioritize getting wheat over getting fish, so it kind of messes them up. But I think given enough time, this will balance out. Okay, they seem to be stabilizing. Okay. Food stocks. So everyone's pretty well served for food. Barbarians. Let's pause. Probably build a wall around here. I'm very lucky they decided to go after my soldiers there. Okay. So let's just add. Let's just add a bit of a wall in here, so that they at least have to chew through this wall before they can get at my city. Something like that should be enough. I don't even need to wall it off, just to kind of slow them down. Put a big triumphal arc in the middle here. Alright, so they don't like the furniture workshop. So we can just toss some large statues in here. That will help them out. Good. Okay, so they are complaining about desirability. A very easy fix. good. Okay. Apparently furniture is... We're struggling to produce enough furniture. So let's work on fixing that. I could actually put it right over here. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for you know, these citizens are honestly they're just spoiled, right? No, that was a terrible idea. Why did I do that? Okay, let's delete those. We'll just build it up over here. Materials, timber yard. I think your comment about the asthma made me want to really help out that citizen some more. Furniture. Here we go. So we seem to be holding that okay there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch this guy to getting wheat. Should have these closer ones getting the wheat. And then these guys up here should be getting the fish. And that may help smooth things out a little bit. Because they all had really far to go to get those resources. They're still going to have pretty far to go, but it shouldn't be as bad. Okay, yeah, so he's getting fish. Okay. We'll see if that makes any difference. It may even be that it's a bit of a waste of time to try to feed all these people 2 types of food. I'm not sure. So these guys are all rock solid. Oh, they're solid anyway. Okay. Caesar wants wine. Look at that. I have wine on hand for him. Okay. Next thing we're going to need are Colosseums. So we'll just plop a big old Colosseum over there. And yeah, we'll move that stuff. Yeah, who would have known Caesar would want wine? It's quite unlike him. We'll put another Colosseum here. And I'm going to try to use these lion houses so that I can give these guys the entertainment as well. Just finding a spot where I can squeeze it in. Build things a bit tight here. Yeah, I don't really have a good spot for it. I could put one here. And let's see what that does for our Colosseum coverage. Oh right, gladiators spread it as well, so we may be okay. So, lions are running around. Now, do lions only go to one? I'm surprised I didn't get the working Coliseum thing. Oh, there it is. So then when these guys start wandering around, they should come down this way, I think. Well, messed up by the granaries I've been putting down a little all over the place. Come down here. Yeah, they're just bouncing around in these granaries. It's really messing up my walkers. Maybe if I move this Coliseum slightly. Let's see if that makes a difference. It doesn't really look like it should make a difference, but it might actually make a difference. Yeah, there we go. So now they're getting the Coliseum access. So I move that around slightly. Okay. Pays more wages. Great. If I put another lion house right here, there is a road that went there. One guy would get it. What I need is a lion house down here. It causes a guy to go up that road. And it's probably fine if those guys just stay at a lower level. Okay. So it looks like I have all the things they need to get up to Grand Insulae, but things are fluctuating. Pottery access is a problem. Yeah, so they send out labor walkers fairly regularly, and so if you build a building, give it labor access, and then remove its source of labor, the building will just stop working. They need to they will regularly send out the brown walkers, and those guys need to be walking by houses with people in it. Okay, this area seems stable. Now, for some reason, they're losing pottery access. It's probably just that I'm not making enough pottery. So, which is like, you know, big brain discovery. We don't have enough pottery. I wonder why that is. Well, we're not making enough pottery. Oh, yeah. So we'll pop down a few more pottery workshops, add a couple prefectures and an engineer's post just to make sure nothing burns down. And just to be safe, we'll add a couple oil workshops as well. So I really need all those goods being produced in large quantities. keep running out of pottery. It's probably just because pottery isn't piling up. I may have to do the same thing I do with oil, which is say we will only export it over 30 units. Let's see if that helps. Which is, of course, going to hit me in the pocketbook. That's okay. Let's take a look at tax income. The good thing is, the tax income, we're actually generating something that looks like real tax revenue off of these upgraded houses. So even though I'll lose out on the revenue from imports for a bit, hopefully the increased stability will more than pay for that. That's what I was looking to say. There we go. Okay, pottery showing up. Emigration. Why are people emigrating? Lack of jobs. Yeah, it's probably unemployment that's doing it. Okay. Let's throw in some more gardens. There we go. Okay, just send that off. Actually, since I have lots of unemployment, why don't we just we'll trim away these 1x1s? It should actually help with stability because 1x1s consume just as many resources as 2x2s. Yeah, the gardens look pretty nice. It can look a little spammy, but I think it looks. Even when it's a bit spammy, it looks pretty nice. In general, they did a very good job with the graphics in this game, in my opinion. Somehow lost access to baths. Okay, just the walker hasn't gone by there. She's on her way right now, my dudes. Right now, my dudes. Okay, good. So they're still getting all the coverage. Okay. Okay. So I think those are going to merge as soon as a market lady wanders by. Let's take a look at food stocks. Oh, definitely. I think these graphics are good. If you look at like if you compare it to say like Nebuchadnezzar, which is a recent indie game, I mean graphics wise, they're fairly comparable. I'd say this looks better than Nebuchadnezzar myself. The color palette is more attractive. Alright. So stability is still a bit of a problem because those houses keep fluctuating. We'll just keep trimming away the 1x1s. So each one we trim away will help stabilize these blocks, and then I can add stuff to it later. Large insulator. Okay, good. Oil supply is still a problem. I wonder if it's because these guys are just hoovering up all the oil. dropped down to three getting warehouses for a while. Let's see if that helps any. Local uprising. So there's going to be another request from Caesar at some point for military troops. Oh boy, that's a lot of them. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, Nebuchadnezzar had problems with like just the core gameplay not being that fun. I'm not familiar with Lethis, so can't really comment on that. I've never actually played Nebuchadnezzar, but everything I've seen suggests the gameplay is just not quite there. He's not getting the second type of food. Although apparently they did make some changes that improved things. I'm basing my comments based off of the streamer Gamer Zach, who's streamed it a few times. Pretty good streamer actually. He puts out some very good stuff. Not enough entertainment. Okay, well, these guys... Alright, so we're still struggling to get wheat out, which is to be expected. I don't think I could fit more wheat on this island out here, so it's just the way it's going to be. Yes, the house is not entertained. Insufficiently entertained. Okay, well, this area is... this block here seems to be able to be stable. It seems to be stabilizing somewhat. Alright, so I've got about 3,000 pop, mostly in Grand Insulae. Things are bouncing around a little bit. Oil supplies are the big problem. Yeah, we're importing max of everything. I'm actually surprised oil... Oh no, that makes sense, because we're able to import 45 clay, but we only get 25 oil. Okay, so we are going to have a slight change of plans for the next couple blocks. They're going to be medium insulae, not large insulae, because I can't support. I don't think I could support more medium, more insulae above medium with this amount of oil. I think I'll be able to support a patrician block with oil, but not much more than that. And I think I'll even bump up this export limit to 50 units. Let's see if that helps. So we only export oil when we really have enough that it's sitting around in warehouses. Okay, so 10% unemployment. Warehouses are filling up. These guys look stable-ish. Close enough to stable that I'm going to go ahead and start start building a patrician block in here. So, how to patrician? Well, let's build them nice and close to the water here. Yeah, we'll build them close to the water. That way, they won't have to go very far from here to get the different food types. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick a fountain in the middle. We're going to go for 8 luxury palaces. That's what we're going to be aiming for. Alright. You get fish. You get fruit. You get wheat. Okay. And we'll have a trio of warehouses here. Actually, we're going to want 4 warehouses. You get pottery. You get furniture. You get oil. And you get wine. Some houses here, gotta make sure they only have a well, so they don't go and evolve on me. We'll need just a few wharves. Some prefectures. Engineer's post. Okay. We're also going to need a library. We'll need schools. Academy. We're going to want an amphitheater. A theater. They'll need a coliseum. Right, this is why I always do the weird things. Fine, we'll do it like so. Should be fine. And oh, we need some food. Oh, more food. And let's go take out these enemies of Rome. Okay. 3 wheat farms is probably more than enough. And we can have, say, 5 fruit farms. Right here. Accepting the fruit, and a granary here. Accepting the wheat, and we will put some more filthy tent dwellers in here. Okay. These guys are getting upset because I'm not feeding them. The city mood, I think, is fine. Oh no, people are upset with me. Low wages preventing immigration. Oh, wow. It's amazing we had anyone immigrating to the city. So let's boost up those wages. So we were way below what Rome was paying. But that should fix it there. Just gotta wait and see if more people will start moving in here. Having slums prevents immigration? What? Since when? I've never seen that. These are all very nice. Okay. It was a lie. It doesn't actually prevent immigration. Here they come. Getting a little nervous because this stuff might start collapsing before these guys actually make it there. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Caesar wants wine. You can have it. Okay, good. All these things are starting to work. Okay, so he wants an average force now. I believe this is sufficient for an average force, so we'll send off. I think I need to... Okay, he's set to getting wine. Good. Plaza all this stuff up. Fill all of this in with gardens. Oh right, they need temples. Of course, of course. And we suddenly have a labor shortage. Yeah, that was part of what I was a bit worried about. So that this stuff would start to collapse before I could finish building it up. So how are we doing on supplies over here? So say, okay, so wheat is actually starting to pile up in some of these. Not Not really, but some of them sort of starting to pile up. Which suggests I could fit a few more. So I could probably turn... Could probably delete this house and put two houses in its place instead. So build those, and once they evolve to a certain level, we can. Yeah, maybe not. Where's all this? Oh, right! I never built. Any of the prefectures or engineers posts that we need over here. Very silly of me. Yep. Fortunately, fruit farms and stuff are not very expensive, so fairly easy to replace them. And I'm starting to think I may need another warehouse. Okay. So I haven't placed any markets yet because I want these guys to fill up a bit before I go ahead and start evolving them. And I want these to fill up with goods as well. Now that was the granary accepting fruit over here that collapsed. So once this has some oil in it, I'm going to go ahead and tell them. Okay, so
this place really needs many more workers.
Agreed. Guy on the street. Okay. So if I delete this guy in the middle, these two should expand. Okay. That should hold, and that will provide room for a number of more workers, which is a good thing. So I could probably put some more in here. So let's try it. We'll see how far we get with those guys. It's kind of a crummy location because they're right next to these fishing wharves, but they should have access to all the different services, and hopefully it doesn't overload things. So we'll see how that goes. So these guys are starting to fill up. And we have some oil on hand. So let's go ahead and put down a couple markets. Baths. And barbers. And doctors. Yeah, we'll have a big labor collapse when these go patrician. Well, not that big of a collapse because it doesn't actually hold that many people. But you're right to bring that up because I am going to need a lot more people. Is there any chance I can fit more wheat farms in here? just can't really... Maybe I could have a small block in there. Could be kind of fun. Alright, let's go for it. Part of the trouble is you have to try to feed those guys without mixing up their food source. Right here. Put a handful of dwarves with maybe another granary back there. Very important that this little mini block I'm going to be building in here doesn't touch the larger block, so no touching here. Stick a library. I'm going to see how high a level I can bring these guys up to. Actually, it might be better off to just move the road like that. That'll give me a bit more space for what I want to do in here. I don't think I'll be able to turn these guys into much of anything, but we'll try. Should at least be an interesting little block anyway. Okay. How far did these guys get? They got up to small insulae. Supplies of oil. Now, is that actually because of lack of oil supplies? Or is it because of... Ooh, I'm gonna need a god in there somewhere. So let's give them a Temple of Neptune. Oops. Oh yes, that's that. On that little block I just created. because I didn't put in any prefectures. Here's I put in an engineer. So hopefully we can prevent it all from burning down. Too slow. Stormy seas. That's a good thing. Accept wheat. So we're starting to get some patricians, but I actually don't have labor to support them. So, how about we build a... We actually turn this into a bit of a block in here. Ship's bridge there. Oh dear, yes. You know, things are going badly when you decide, oh, maybe we can develop the ghettos. Yeah. Well, I always intended to have a bit of a housing block in there. So yeah, this is just the city working as intended. Is there room for another ship bridge in here? There is. So we could actually have this be kind of a loop. Something like so. Alright. I'll have another wharf over there. Hey, it makes sense to put a granary in here. You accept meat. Put a fountain in there. Like so. There. Just put in some prefectures. We can get rid of this useless road there. Put an engineer's post there. And this can be set it to getting meat. Let's one of those and one of those. Need more of them in here. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Got access to a library. Okay. Let's put a library here. Okay, good. That army I sent was enough to save that city, which is perfect. Yeah, okay. So labor shortages are turning into a really big problem. So I want to try to get these areas evolved as much as I can. One is paying more wages. Great. Okay, well, I managed to get some little casas in here. Gotta get more though. Yeah, I could put a bathhouse right in there. Except that there's no water access there. But the theater can move to this corner. And we can put the baths here. I'm just going to start importing marble. What these guys need? They just need more desirability in the area. Okay, so they're not getting food supplies. How am I doing on the gods here? Please, exalted, good. That's because I'm well over the amount we need. Okay. Health baths. Okay, everyone's getting bath access. So we're just not getting enough entertainment. What's this thing full of meat? Alright, what if yeah, we're just gonna stop giving these guys access to wheat. So they don't need wheat. They don't deserve wheat. I'm still gonna need this road. So have I really saved myself any space there? Not really. But it does mean I can do that. And could stuff an amphitheater in here somewhere. Stick an amphitheater over here. And we'll do Actors Colony. And where should we put that gladiator school? Actually, we can replace this vine farm with a gladiator school, since we don't really consume. It's actually we have more. We're producing more raw materials than we really needed. Okay. All right. Now those guys are evolving into insulate. It's kind of cool. And do I actually have marble yet? I do. That's close enough to evolve those guys. Nice. Okay. Oil is still a problem. Unemployment is sort of correcting itself. Alright, so they want a library, they're going to want a theater. Am I actually taxing these people? I am, okay. They're extremely unstable at the moment, that's fine. We'll get there. As these evolve, we should be in better shape. Let's move this temple to Mars over here. And we'll move this temple to Venus over here. I can actually get rid of those slums. We're not going to need them anymore since we've got this housing block here. Okay, unemployment is starting to correct itself. Okay. Right, so let's put some valves here. And just hope that she spawns on the correct side. She does. Good. And I'll try to get away with just a getting warehouse. We'll have one getting furniture. And put another one down here getting pottery. I only want to bring these guys up to medium insulate, so they don't need more than that. How's all this doing? They seem to be stable at grand insulate level, so that's good. In fact, I can probably feed these guys over here. And maybe raise them up a couple levels. Would a reservoir on this island reach over there? No. Too bad. That would have been kind of funny, bit of a funny setup. Although some water does make it over here. So... Okay. So we delete that tent and we'll try to evolve that there. Okay, how are we doing over here? Guys are sort of evolving. Wait, did I didn't hook up these road networks, did I? No, I didn't. I'm just waiting on fish. He's set to getting fish. Okay. So indigenous people fed up with my tyranny. Well, we'll show them what we think of that. Alright, they dealt with. Okay. Okay, so now it's a desirability question. Gardens may help. They did. Okay, so these guys need more entertainment. We'll put an amphitheater up here. There should be room up here. Gladiator school. Does that reservoir need to be exactly where it is? It's probably okay if it's slightly over. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, great. We even have a little bit of unemployment, so things should be a bit more stable. Okay. So we need more desirability. We can provide more desirability. Where's this Academy Walker going? Ah, and I also may as well say we're importing wine. It just doesn't quite come down there. Put another academy right there on the corner. Desirability is the problem for a lot of these. It's a good brute force solution. was to build an Oracle service road. Okay, so we ran out of marble for these. There we go. Good-ish. I built things a little too tight on here. Population is still climbing. These guys need education service. Alright, those guys are all upgrading. Give them some doctors. They'll be happier. Oh dear, we ran out of money. How are we doing on people immigrating? Cool. We've just been spending like crazy. Let's up taxes to 12%. People love me. Cool, that means we can charge them more tax. We'll put a floor on here. These guys are paying taxes. Good. Why aren't these guys down here paying? Doctor. I fit large statues in there? Yes. Access to a hospital, apparently. Yeah, I didn't. I built a little too cramped, unfortunately, so they're not able to evolve up to the luxury palace level. Will even more oracles help this problem? If they're too crowded, we're lacking a variety. Oh, I never built the, I never built all the buildings we need for it. Wine house, factor colony, chariot maker, and gladiator school. That should take care of it. There we go. Right, okay, so we've got some luxury palaces in here. Okay. Good. Alright, so we've got a bunch of luxury palaces in here. It's ideal. Oh, we are out of credit. Very bad. Let's give all our money to the city. Put a couple of oracles in here and hope that does it. It does. Okay. Alright. Hopefully taxes in here will save our bacon. Just to really make sure these guys are getting taxed, we're gonna put another one there. These guys are fluctuating. And desirability is the problem. Got big unemployment again. Somewhere. This guy. Alright, let's can fit in more houses here. Yeah, we are indeed still in debt, Caesar. People are immigrating. City assets fell by a lot. Okay. Trade receipts, taxes in, wages, construction, interest. Okay. So if I just didn't, oh no. Exports over 30, exports over 0. Yeah, it's just all our... Maybe we could cut wages slightly. Probably stop importing marble. So you don't need to import that. off to Caesar. There's this fire. Should be fine. Just delete them, those tents, and move them over here. Oh, well, that means we did get out of debt very briefly. So that is actually a win. Yeah. Yes, Caesar, we are indeed still in debt, but we're getting out of it. We're getting out of it. Okay. Is there actually room for a reservoir in here? There is. So I could put a reservoir right here. And have a little bit more housing in here. Get in there. Okay. They put out the fires. Good. Right, so kind of seems like, well, all of these where granaries over here are just like bursting with food. So we could definitely support more off of that. So where who's over here? Yeah, I know. Run out of oil. And desirability. Oil and desirability. Although, because of the oil, they're going to devolve. Yeah, the big issue is the desirability. Because of how I place things in here, they're not quite getting the desirability they need. Yeah, I didn't space things out very nicely, so they're going to be stuck at. Yeah, I could probably just move it, eh? Let's see. I could probably just move the school somewhere. think if I swapped the school with the temple here, I think that would be okay. Oh, this is where I'm having some of the desirability problems. Yeah, see, it immediately switched over. So I'm gonna put it over here. Have that small temple of Mars here. And then will this help? Desirability is still a problem. Maybe small statues in there. It's not going to do anything, I don't think. Nope. Yeah, I just didn't place this. I didn't give myself enough room in here. But we did get one palace to evolve by moving that, so that's something. And they are still reaching, so that's good. Might be able to get this guy to evolve, but is neither here nor there. Okay, so we're going to build a little block in here. Let's see, what is it? This guy's getting fish. The fish one is empty. Meat is full. Fruit is full. Move fountains? I can't move the fountains. They're right in the middle. So the fountains are actually very well placed for this block. Oh, yeah, that might... that might do it. I'm gonna leave it as it is for now, and if it becomes a problem for my desirability, I'll come back to it. For my prosperity, I mean. Right now my bigger problem is going to be this unemployment, so we're going to work at getting rid of it. I'm going to toss a block of pleb housing in here. We'll see its health. We'll access to a hospital. Yeah, okay. So what's really hurting... So a lot of this fluctuation is because different places aren't managing to stay employed. These guys. Put a theater here, and I'll put in an amphitheater. I can gate their evolution by not giving them access to schools. Ugh. Yeah, okay. They're having a hard time getting access to oil. Let's get that fruit farm back up in action. Put engineer's post here. Fruit. Oh, I think that spot over there was a. Yeah, I think the engineer's post that was over here burnt down. That's why all this stuff is collapsing. And there. Okay. Lovely. So those have all evolved. Let's stick a bathhouse in there. Warehouses, getting pottery and furniture. And we may as well put in a farm. Okay, good. Okay, we've just hit the target population. Just giving us a little bit of unemployment. Fine, prosperity rating is rising. Okay. Might be I can just sit on 500% here. See what happens when the year ticks over. Almost we made the prosperity rating. Prosperity rating is rising. Great. So this will allow us to hit the target. We are probably getting immigration due to high taxes right now. High taxes, yeah. So let's drop taxes down to 8% for the time being. Let's see if that helps. Barbarians. Okay. So long as things stay stable, as soon as I hit the culture rating, I can just ban out a bunch of culture buildings, and we'll be all set. I think this is one of the last attacks here. One pays more wages. Yeah, this is one of the bigger attacks, I think. There we go. So they're done. You guys can all go back to your bases. Alright, let's turn up the speed again. Let's see what happens in January. Okay, so we've hit our prosperity. Perfect library coverage. That's good. Theaters is average. So let's build more theaters. Just need a chunk of open road somewhere. That'll do. Go give these guys some better stuff. Put in as many theaters as we can. Okay, so now we have perfect theater coverage. Next we need schools. And there we go. Those schools is all it took. Okay, how long was that? Oh, 2 hours 45 minutes. Pretty slow. Pretty slow. Need to be going to need to be a bit faster than that. But let's see. Let's just hit continue governing for a few more years here. So all this was reasonably stable. I could probably lay out these blocks a bit better. I think if I had two north-south blocks, it might work a bit better. But it did these did help keep my prosperity rating like high in the early game, so I didn't have to struggle so hard to raise it up. I think the biggest thing that held me back here was my patrician block was poorly laid out, so I needed to give it a bit more space. 8 seems to be fine. The bigger problem I had was keeping them evolved. And what else could I do? It might be worth it for me to have fewer grand insulae, or fewer grand or large insulae, because oil is pretty tight. And maybe just have, maybe really try to keep it strictly to 2 big blocks, and try to find some way to keep the other guys on a lower level. The tricky part is feeding them, because as soon as they have access to wheat, they're going to try to grab wheat before they get fish, which then lowers the prosperity in general. Not lowers the prosperity, but will cause everything to devolve. That's the trickiest thing I need to figure out how to resolve on this map. I could try to have a distinct blocks, but you can only ever really have one road into here. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be, well. Let's just let these 2 years play out, and then we'll listen to Caesar's little victory speech. We'll see what happens to the city with minimal intervention on my part. The remaining 2 years. So this fluctuates like crazy. Yeah, so this block is very unstable. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I do get a nice triumph. Exactly, so glorious. Yeah, gotta love these 1990s cinematics. They're pretty good for 1990s.
Congratulations. You have achieved the highest goals ever set to one of Rome's governors. I am proud to hand over to you. I decree that you be crowned Caesar, Emperor of all Rome. The whole empire is yours. At last I can retire to my island villa, a private citizen once again. May your name forever join the pantheon of Rome's greatest rulers. Hail Caesar!
Hooray! Alright, well that's gonna be... Is it gonna be it for today? I could do something else. Well, that'll be all for today, I think. If I really feel the urge, I might come back in a few hours and stream something else. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, I should raid someone. Let's see. Is there anyone I could raid? I should always try to raid someone at the end. Let's see. Oh, it's Bane Williams. I think he is. He's probably doing the Mario Marathon. Let's go ahead and raid Bane Williams here. So yeah, he's finishing up his Mario stuff. So we'll go ahead and raid Bane Williams. Okay, have a good one, guys.